It's 1969, and I'm 18. And what a great year for music. I got over 50 albums from that year, so I had to get it down to 15, from 50 to 15. So lots of different things happening, lots of new genres happening, and I'm going to start off with The Gilded Palace of Sin by the Flying Burrito Brothers. Graham Parsons and Chris Hillman would form it from the Byrds, and this is country rock. If there's such a thing as country rock, this is one of the first. And I'm not big on genres, but you got to talk about them sometimes. And this has a lot of great songs on it. Chris Hillman is at his best, and so is Graham Parsons. And this would be their best album, their first album. What more can you say? Next, we got the Youngbloods' Elephant Mountain. And this had a really good single on it called Darkness, Darkness. And it wasn't a big hit or anything, but it attracted me to this album. And Jesse Cullen Young is a great singer. And this combines a little bit of jazzy kind of stuff with blues and a little bit of rock and folk. It's all combined on Elephant Mountain by the Youngbloods at number 14. And then we're going to go to Woodstock with Santana. This is where a lot of people found out about Santana, and I am definitely one of them. After seeing the movie, had to buy this. I think it's his best. And his first couple albums I liked. After that, not so much. But Santana was a guitarist to be reckoned with, and the music was that Latin kind of feel with all the percussion. Loved it. Great album, Soul Sacrifice. And then we're going to jump to Frank Zappa and Hot Rats. This is my favorite Frank Zappa album. This is mainly an instrumental album with a little bit of Captain Beefheart on it, on Willie the Pimp. And when this album came out, shortly after, we were watching a Charlie Chaplin festival on TV, and had some music that wasn't that great to it. So we put this on, and Charlie Chaplin and Frank Zappa work really well together. And look at that cover. Oh, that's a surreal cover. Love that cover. So then we're going to jump up to Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere by Neil Young, his second album. He was starting to rock out a bit. He did a bit in the Buffalo Springfield with Mr. Soul, but on here he was in full tilt with the Crazy Horse, first album with Crazy Horse, and it has Cinnamon Girl on it, and Down by the River, and Cowgirl in the Sand. We have some long jams on here, which on this album works really well. After a while, long jams were kind of tedious, but for this album, it was one of the newer things to do on an album was jam out for 10-15 minutes. So we're going to go to the Red Album at number 10. This is the Red Album. It's not officially called the Red Album, but everybody calls it the Red Album because it's red. And this came out right at the end of 69. So this is borderline 60s going into 70s, but I'm going to classify it as a 69 album because it's great. It's a freaking, look at that. It's all red on the back too. Grand Funk, raw, rock and roll, great guitar, it wasn't no flash, just play rock and roll. That's all you got to do. And Grand Funk did it for about 3 or 4 albums, and then they went a little bit haywire. But then we're going to jump to the Allman Brothers, and it's like a twofer on CD, but I'll put the real cover up here. And their first album, the Allman Brothers Band. That is the album. They did their whole career, summed it up on their first album. That sound, I think this is their best by far. When you listen to Don't Want You No More, that driving instrumental, and then it goes into It's Not My Cross to Bear, really bluesy thing, and then Whipping Post is on there, and then Dreams. Allman Brothers first, well, I don't want to show that anymore. It's a cheesy cover. Allman Brothers first album. Great album. Then we're going to go to the band. Another great album. This is the second album by the band. It's not my favorite, but I think it's their best. And they were really combining that, what now they call Americana, which is whatever. This had The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down and Cripple Creek up on Cripple Creek. And there's a ballad on here that Richard Manuel sang, Whispering Pines. What a beautiful ballad. Robbie Robertson was writing some great music with a few of the other band members. The band, by the band, and it was just called The Band, second album. Now we're going to go to Led Zeppelin 1. All over the place when it came out. You couldn't walk down the street without hearing Led Zeppelin 1. You could hear it everywhere, except the car, because I didn't have anything in the car except the radio. But reinventing the blues and rock. And I just saw a documentary called, it was Led Zeppelin. I can't remember the title of it. Becoming Led Zeppelin. And from that video, that documentary, man, you can see where they came from and where all that driving sound came from. And Robert Plant singing was just so powerful. And the guitar, Jimmy Page, John Bonham, and John Paul Jones. What more can you say about Led Zeppelin 1? I think it's pretty well close to my favorite Led Zeppelin album, just because at the time it came out, it was nothing really sounded like that. So on we go to an album that you just can't avoid for 69, and that is In the Court of the Crimson King by King Crimson. I mean, 21st century schizoid man. There's nothing quite sounded like that. Nothing did sound like that at all. And you took hold. You just said, what is that? And Greg Lake was singing on this. So great singer, great music, had some Mellotron and stuff going on. But it's a mood. You got to be in the mood. You can dive right into that album. And then we're going to go to Stand Up by another one of my favorite groups, Jethro Tall. Great album. It had a pop-up thing in the middle. I don't have that version, but the band popped out in the middle. But this is Jethro Tall getting away from the blues thing. Martin Barr would join the band, and they had all that folksy kind of English folk music mixed with rock, and it's just a combination of music that nobody else was doing, and I don't think too many people have done it since. Jethro Tall. At number 5, then these are all my favorite groups, all in the top 5 or 6. This is Procol Harum, Salty Dog, their third album. It's kind of very moody, lots of piano and organ in it, and some good Robin Trower, The Devil Came from Canvas. Great song with Robin playing some great leads. And it's just a great album. It's different from their first two. It's like I say, it's a little more piano driven, but still works as a great album, I think. Anyways, that's number 3. Then top 5 band for me, Jethro Tall. Well, Volunteers. I got Jethro Tall in the mind. They're 2 back. This is Jefferson Airplane, Volunteers. Another great album with the big sandwich in the middle, peanut butter and jam in Canada, peanut butter and jelly in the States. Doesn't matter. You can no, you don't want to eat that. No, it's a great album though. We Can Be Together. There's some good jams in here. Just the bass playing of Jack Cassidy's unreal, and Jorma Kaukonen is one of my favorite, if not my favorite guitar player. So all in one album. If you're looking to start a Jefferson Airplane collection, you could start right here. It's sort of right in the middle of their career. And then 2 top bands of the 60s. I mean, these is number 1 and 2. So I'm going to do the Stones first with Let It Bleed. And we have lots of great songs. Let It Bleed, the title song. Midnight Rambler, great rocker. Give Me Shelter had a different sound to it. And then we have some country influence. You've got the Silver and Country Honk. And You Can't Always Get What You Want with the big orchestra or the big choir thing going on. So that's, here, look at that. That's a record. Oh my God, whatever happened? Well, we know what happened. So number 1, Abbey Road, Gotta Be Abbey Road by the Beatles. Even though it has Octopus's Garden, no, I really don't need that. But it has something come together. Side 2 is very cohesive, works as a whole side. And it has I Want You, She's So Heavy, John Lennon song. So what more could you ask for from a Beatle album? This is their last real album, and it's got to be number one for 1969, just finishing out the decade. So long.